All right, this is Josh Duncan from Zenoss. I'm here with Chip Holden, one of our architects, and we're talking about event management. All right, so Chip, let's start from the basics. What's an event?
Well, an event is a message that's generated somewhere that is of interest to someone who is using our product.
All right, so how does Zenoss manage event as an event engine?
As an event engine, well, events that come into the system need to be turned into something that have some sort of meaning, such that we could have a classification, so that we can have that we can kind of perform a consistent set of actions in reaction to that event. So, so one kind of event that comes into Zenoss is, hey, we're trying to ping this box over here, and the box goes down, and so we get an event saying that box is down. Zenoss itself generates that event, and so classification is very easy because we simply say, hey, here comes a ping event. Sometimes we don't necessarily, Zenoss itself doesn't necessarily have control over that. Say we're accepting events from a third-party system, or perhaps it's just simply syslog or an SNMP trap. Those events come in, and we need to do some sort of classification, and we have the ability to do that with various sets of rules and regexes that allow you to classify those things such that they can be, what's the word? Reconciled, so that they can be reconciled together into some sort of common classification.
All right. So once you then understand what this event is, what do you do with the event?
We take once we have a general idea what the event is, then we can take and we can actually transform that event into such that, well, basically on anything. There's all sorts of things. If you're into event management, if event management is your hobby, you're probably familiar with terms like enrichment and deduplication. These things are, and suppression. These things are when you take a certain amount of context, you've got your classification, and perhaps this type of event, when it comes in, the state of your system means that I don't care about it. For example, that ping event comes in, except the router, you happen to know that the router in front of that box that you tried to ping is down. So you don't want to send out an alert at 3 in the morning saying, hey, I can't ping this box, when you know the router is down. So in that kind of case, you can actually, there's a step where you can actually judge the state of the system and actually change the event right in midstream. You can also do sort of deduplication, where a whole bunch of events that may be slightly different. You can massage them a little bit and say, well, actually they're kind of the same thing, so that you only get one message for a big set of events. There's also the ability to do enrichment. Say maybe on the end, when someone actually looks at the event, there's extra information that's important, that someone who's viewing this event, they really need to know some extra information that would make it easier without them having to go look up specific things.
All right, so you mentioned kind of an alert.
Mm-hmm.
So how does Zenoss handle alerting once it understands what the event is from, or where the event is from?
What it does is there's a pretty extensive set of criteria you can create for notification. Like a lot of systems management tools, there's notification rules, and users and groups of users can be set up such that these people are notified on this type of event. These people are notified when event fits these criteria. And you can send out SMS messages, you can send out email messages, you can format the email content or the SMS content however you would like.
What about if you want to automatically enter something to another system, an integration type event?
We have this idea of things called event commands, such that when things come in, criteria which are similar to the alerts, which are really kind of, you could see them as a kind of a more specific kind of event command. These event commands they react to events of a certain type that fit a certain criteria, and then they can say enter a trouble ticket into a third-party system like Remedy, or perhaps you've got a runbook automation system, or just a script that knows how to turn the box on and off. So an event comes in, the box is down, well, I know when I get one of those events what I need to do. I need to turn the box off and turn it back on, and I happen to have a script that knows how to do that. You can very easily do that at the with the event command screen in Zenoss.
All right. Chip, thanks a lot for your time today. Appreciate all the insight on events.
All right, no problem.